From Skillslate.
Yeah.
Whoa, big light. How's everyone doing tonight? Good?
Yeah.
Had some alcohol? So I want to talk to you about what we're working on at Skillslate. This is a little intense. So Skillslate's a site that lets you find local people in your area that can do the services that make your life easier. And what I want to show you today is the first time we publicly show something that we've been working on for the last couple of months. Over the last 8 months, we've been building a technology that's able to basically create a community of over 10,000 service professionals in the New York area. These are people like dog walkers, Ubers, graphic designers, anything that can be done by 1 to 5 people in a really small group. And we're trying to make it easier for you to find those people. So we have 10,000 in our network, and we need to figure out a way to allow people to connect with them efficiently. And this is the first time we're showing off that attempt. So I'm giving out $50 today, which is a $50 reimbursement for anything you need done at all. Yell something out, and we will search for it and create a job.
Developers. Developers.
Developers? What kind of developer?
Objective-C developers.
Okay, Objective-C developer. Brian, my man up on the DJ booth, is going to type in Objective-C developer. Started. So it's searching our 10,000 New York-based service professionals. And Brian, I'm going to ask you to just type in your zip code and your email because it's going to be hard to get that from you. Now, anonymous person in the crowd, what kind of Objective-C developer are you looking for?
iOS development.
We are looking for an iOS developer for?
iPhone apps.
For an iPhone app?
Game.
Game. Hit the get bids. So what we're doing now is we've identified be your iPhone iOS developer in the New York area. We've created a job ticket, which you can now review. And in 3 minutes, that's going to be sent out to all the people in our network who we think could be a good match for you. And what I want to show you now is the result of that. So Brian, why don't you show the job that I posted last week. I had a dinner party, and I wanted to impress my girlfriend and her friends. So I put an ad for a personal chef in New York. Great way to win over your girlfriend. 7 personal chefs in New York applied for this job. And my requirements were, I'm going to give you $75 for ingredients, and then quote me a price for how much you'll charge for cooking the food and serving it to me and my friends. So 7 people applied, and the prices ranged from $100 to $275. The person I chose was actually the person at the very top, Richard Stevens, who has 20 years of experience. For $150, this professional chef cooked me dinner in my 1-bedroom apartment in Murray Hill. So I want, Brian, can you switch over and show what he actually made me and my friends?
It didn't load, sorry.
Didn't load? Anyway, it was a beautiful soy sauce or soy milk something or other. He came over to my apartment, learned a little bit about his background. He recently quit his job at a high-end restaurant in New York and decided to go freelance. And he cooked dinner, and it was a wonderful experience. And it allowed me to live a life which I normally didn't think I could do, which is being the kind of guy who brings in a personal chef for $150. So Skillslate is a site where you can post anything you want, and people in the New York area will apply for it and compete against each other to win your business. One of the cool things that we do is that as soon as you apply as a professional on Skillslate, you immediately see all the other applications on that job. The job window expires in 48 hours, and you can modify your bid at will. And at the end of 48 hours, the consumer, which is all of us in the room, get to choose the person who we like the best. And in my case, that was Richard Stevens. And in your case, it could be a dog walker. It could be your Objective-C developer. It's completely free to consumers, and we're launching it pretty soon. I have to give a date, but this is the first time anyone's ever seen it.
Thank you, Paul. Any questions?
Okay, this is awesome. I don't know, are you guys, have you raised any money yet? And my actual question is,
Are there plans for an e-commerce built-in so that I can not only get the person to do, I can pay them in some way on the site as well?
I love that question. The answer is yes. Pretty soon we're going to layer in a payment system. So we found it's pretty awkward to have to pay my personal chef $150 while my friends are entertaining in the back. So we will enable that personal chef to accept credit cards from the consumer. It'll work in such a way where the consumer pays an escrow service, and then once the job is completed, the escrow service then pays the personal chef. And we would take a small percentage fee for transacting that entire thing. The other way we're going to make money is that we're going to sell background checks to the people who are applying for your job. So if you're inviting them to your house for $10, or I don't know what the price is, you'll be able to know that they are, at least not going to hurt you and your family.
Any more questions? Just one back there. You want to shout it out?
What prevents people from posting sexual services on the
No, it's a good question, and sexual service is actually a very large component of Craigslist's entire economy. We know this because we know that space pretty well. Everything that goes through the site is actually inspected by us before it goes live. And I have nothing against adult services, but at the moment, we are not going to be enabling those requests. We'll give a polite, I'm sorry. But there may be a day where that works. It's just not anytime in the near future.
One last question. Someone who hasn't asked a question yet. Back there, you want to shout it out?
Yeah. What about offering barter? Ability to offer your service and then, exchange it for something else or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's something we haven't thought about. I think barter is a pretty inefficient way to transact. Cash is a good kind of lubricant to sort of facilitate transactions between people, not to talk about sexual services. But we haven't really thought about it, and it's very, very difficult to monetize bartering. So what we really encourage people to do is describe the job as well as they can. People then throw a price out, they revise their price based on what the market value of that job is, and then the consumer ends up transacting with one of those applicants. So right now, bartering is not part of the game plan. Cool. Thanks a lot, guys. And check out Skillslate. You will get $50 if you want to post it up and put in your real notifications. Bye. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, let's have another round of applause for all of our presenters tonight. We have this space until 10 o'clock tonight, so please feel free.